Today, we're going to take you through how, by partnering together with 1000 Mile Travel Group, we can turn your travel career into a six-figure business in just 12 months. But just a couple of things to note. We've noticed there has been a few registrations coming from overseas, and it's great to see you, and thanks for joining us. Today's webinar is predominantly based on Australian travel agents based in Australia. But please feel free to reach out to us at any time and we can put you in touch with a local representative in your area. But otherwise, sit back and enjoy the webinar. Also, we're going to be taking questions at the end of the webinar. Veronica from our head office team is sitting in the chat box at the moment. So feel free to write away any questions that you have. And at the end of the presentation, we will get to those and we'll be able to answer them for you. But firstly, let me introduce myself. So my name's Natalie and I'm the Strategic Resourcing Specialist here at 1000 Mile Travel. So I head up the recruitment team, essentially bringing on board our new travel experts. I have a retail leisure travel career spanning over 12 years. So very similar to positions to what you guys are currently in. And joining me today is our business partners account manager, Chelsea Keating. And she's got a career over 12 years in corporate travel. And her job here at 1000 Mile is to basically partner with our experts to help their business grow and really achieve those goals that they're after. Later on, we're going to hear from some special guests, our very own travel experts, Danielle Smith and Luke Campbell. And they're going to tell us about their journey so far with 1000 Mile. But for now, I'm going to hand over to Chelsea to kick it off.
Thanks so much, Nat, and thanks everyone for joining us today. I am just going to apologise for my virtual background. It's been a little weird, but we will press on. So I'm going to start today by stepping you through a summary of exactly who 1000 Mile Travel Group are. So we are a global host agency founded right here in Melbourne in 2015. We've since expanded into the USA and the UK market. You might be wondering, what even is a host agency? So in a nutshell, a host agency partners with travel agents who are looking to run their own independent travel businesses. The host agency provides the agent with licenses, buying power, and all the behind the scenes support, all while the agent works their own hours from anywhere while keeping a majority of the commission they earn. Next up are our amazing 1000 Mile founders, Ben and Nicola. These two are a husband and wife team with a young family who both started their travel careers as agents themselves. They started this company back in 2015 and are still the CEOs to this day. Although we started independently, we were acquired by CTM around 2 years ago. So this acquisition has come with many added benefits for us, which I'm going to touch on a little later today. 1000 Mile prides itself on partnering with quality agents, or as we call them, experts, over quantity. And we're currently sitting at around 45 experts in Australia. Something else our experts have in common is that they all love a good work-life balance, and 1000 Mile is here to support that. 1000 Mile's unique offering sees us being the only host agency in Australia who can fully support corporate agents, and I'm excited to showcase the details of this later on. Of course, we love our leisure agents too, and we'll be highlighting the benefits for you, including our Virtuoso membership. It may be last on the list, but it's one of our biggest points of difference, and that's being able to provide you with business. We can help you start or grow your travel business by providing you with clients, which in turn helps our experts reach their financial goals faster. I'm going to hand it back to Nat, who will step you through some of your earning potential here at 1000 Mile.
Thanks, Chelsea. And as now you've heard a little bit more about who we are, where we've come from, and what we're all about here at 1000 Mile. The big question is, how do we take your travel career and turn it into a six-figure business? Well, we're going to show you how we do that. So just to give you an idea, and as Chelsea mentioned, apart from the fact that we do offer, we are able to offer our experts business, we do work on a very lucrative commission split. So let's break that down a little bit for you. The average wage of a travel agent in Australia is $60,000 to $80,000 a year. Some that is including commission on top, some that is the base rate. Here at 1,000 Mile, we do offer our agents an 80% commission split. So meaning you take home a good chunk of your hard-earned work. So let's work out some examples. If you were to sell $1 million worth of travel in a year, you would approximately take home $80,000. Now that is on the higher end already of an average agent. If you were to sell $2 million worth of travel in a year, you would be approximately earning $160,000 a year. And if you were to sell $3 million worth of travel in a year, you'd be looking at approximately $240,000. Now, that is all while working when you want to, while you want to. No more 9 to 5, 5 days a week. So how do we help you grow your business? Well, as Chelsea mentioned earlier, we are in a very unique position that we're the only host agency in Australia that is able to offer our experts business. And how do we do that is on many ways. So one of the first options is we are the SME for corporate travel management. So what that means is any of their smaller corporate accounts that filter through from CTM down into 1,000 Mile, where we've got sales and account managers who will go out and negotiate those contracts, do all the finer details, and pass that work onto our experts to look after. Another way, as mentioned, our sales manager are going out and sourcing their own corporate accounts through a variety of platforms. And again, they will negotiate, sign the contracts, and pass that on to our experts to look after. We also, for our leisure agents and our corporate agents, are always receiving inquiries through our website. And one of our biggest ways is referrals and word of mouth. So our existing clients in both the corporate and the leisure area are always, putting through referrals, and this all equals business for our experts. So money into your business, essentially. We help you grow. So, but don't just take it from me. Now we're going to hear from two of our agents. So first up, I'd like to welcome Luke. Luke's going to be joining us. And just a little bit about Luke. He's one of our corporate travel experts. He's a proud dad. He's been with us just for 12 months, so he's only fairly new. He was really after that work-life balance, and he's now one of our $4 million consultants. So welcome, Luke. How are you today? Thanks for joining us.
Luke.
Hello. How is everybody?
Really well, thank you. So look, Luke, if you wouldn't mind, just tell us a little bit about your journey in the industry so far.
Thanks, Nat. Yeah, so I started back in the travel industry in 2009. I worked in a retail agency back then, and quickly kind of discovered that I wanted to move into the corporate space. So basically from about 2011 up until 2022, I worked for a large travel management company. And one of the things that I quickly realized looking after, especially the small to medium enterprise size clients, is some of these companies are not really booking with a particular brand. They're booking with their travel manager. So I basically started having a look around. I looked at a number of different options with regards to starting my own agency, and came across 1,000 Mile. So, and here I am.
Yeah, excellent. So what at the end of the day made you join 1,000 Mile Travel Group?
Oh, look, it's the commission split for one is on par or greater than other host agencies. Secondly, the flexibility for me to be able to, as you mentioned before, Nat, I'm a dad, so I can do the school drop off now. That's not up to my partner any longer. I can do that, and she can just head off to work herself. Like you say, it's not a 9 to 5. There are some downsides at times where you will have some things to do at 7 o'clock at night, but that's kind of what I prefer anyway. I like to have that flexibility where if there's something that I need to get done during the week, I can get that done, and then I can get my work done, in the evening or on a Saturday or whatever works. So
yeah. Doesn't mean you need to be sitting at your desk or turning up at an office at 9 o'clock in the morning and leaving at 5. You can work around what hours you want to. Yeah, totally. And how has 1,000 Mile really helped to grow your business?
Yeah, so with the whole CTM piece and providing business, what Nat was saying couldn't be true. I actually joined the company with only one corporate account. which was about 500-600K. And as you can see, I'm up to $4 million. So that $3.4 million in difference has all been provided to me by 1,000 Mile.
And it's really made a difference. And this is just all in 12 months.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
Well done, Luke. Congratulations. You've had a really successful career so far. And look, there's a long way to go for you. But thank you so much for joining us. Luke will be sticking around. So if anyone's got any questions at the end, please feel free to shoot away and Luke will be back to answer them. Thanks, Luke.
Yes.
Thanks, Luke.
Guys. Thanks, guys.
All right. Now we're going to hear from Danielle. So Danielle is a mum of 3. She's got a bit of a diverse business where she works in both the luxury leisure and the corporate space. She's been with us here for 2 years and she's one of our top performers. So welcome, Danielle.
Hello,
Thanks for joining us.
Hi, thanks for having me.
No worries at all. And like Luke, tell us about your journey.
Wow, well, I've been in travel for a very long time, so probably over 30 years now. So in a probably quite a diverse like different areas. So I started in like the retail travel agency and then I moved into corporate travel, working for some really big companies, both in London and in Australia. But I ended up working in like the luxury market, which is where I branched out to the luxury leisure market on top of corporate. A little bit different to Luke, obviously having that split. There's a couple of us, I think, that have a similar split to that. But yeah, it's good for me. I love both sides of it. I love the corporate travel side. You know, the fast pace, you know, they're quite, you know, everything needs to be done then and now. And I mix that around a little bit with the luxury travel, which is a little bit less, you know, demanding, I guess.
Yeah. Totally. And look, I know before joining 1,000 Mile, you were actually an independent agency.
Yeah.
So what made you join a host agency?
It was a hard decision. It was a big decision, to be honest, because I did have my own license and I was out there on my own. But the biggest reason, I have a friend who was already working with 1,000 Mile and COVID hit. And it kind of highlighted to the fact that I was by myself. So I was hearing behind the scenes all the things and the support that he had through 1,000 Mile, and I was like navigating it all by myself. So for me, it, you know, the commission split, to be honest, was a little bit hard to take because I was keeping it all. But over the long run, wow, it's been so important for me to have that support and be part of a bigger company, have access to different fares. And, you know, when you're by yourself, you're quite isolated. And to be part of such a big company, and then obviously having CTM's involvement as well is huge, like huge.
Yeah, I guess that's right. Obviously, when there is tough times, and look, there is tough times. Hopefully there's nothing ever like COVID again. But who knows, in the future, you do have that backing.
Oh,
there,
exactly. And that just made me feel so much more comfortable and happy. It was just having that support behind the scenes and, you know, having a network.
Yeah, that's great. And look, you, as you mentioned, you do have a diverse business of the leisure and also the corporate. So how has being part of 1,000 Mile helped you with juggling both of those?
Yeah, I mean, it's been amazing, actually. I do, like, my last, you know, recent biggest experience is in the luxury market. And I do have a few quite small accounts, like corporate accounts from that, but I really wanted to get back into the corporate market. And I didn't have the contacts to have my own business, like to bring that business on board. So I have been lucky enough and I'm quite grateful to have a few accounts that have come from 1,000 Mile, whether it be from CTM or just 1,000 Mile. And that's been amazing for my business and to get back into that corporate market.
Yeah, that's excellent. And look, you're a mum of 3. What benefit has this had on your family, having your own business?
That's a little bit of a hard one because I've worked from home for 18 years, but you know, I'm quite it solidifies like 1,000 Mile is work from anywhere, which, you know, I've already been doing quite well. So it's good that I can still continue, you know, that flexibility to work wherever I want, whenever I want. As Luke said, you know, there's times where I'm working quite late at night, but, you know, that being said, I could be at my child's athletics carnival in the day, you know, to allow a little bit more flexibility. And, you know, I catch up at other times where I might have started at 5 o'clock in the morning, but it is flexibility to be able to work from everywhere. It's fantastic.
Perfect. Excellent. And look, congratulations to you, Danny, as well on such a successful career. And I know there's a lot more to come from you. So
Thank you.
excited to see. Thanks for joining us,
guys.
Thank you,
Danny.
Danny.
And again, Danny will be with us till the end to answer any questions that you may have for her as well. So stick around.
Thanks, Nat, Luke, and Danny. How cool it was to hear some success stories about how 1,000 Milers helps your businesses and your lifestyles, more importantly. So I'm now going to step us through a few ways that 1,000 Mile can help you succeed. So let's start with our global partnerships. As I mentioned earlier, being part of CTM has brought with it many added benefits. CTM is the 4th largest TMC worldwide. So what comes with that is a huge amount of buying power, equaling amazing supplier contracts and higher margins for our experts. We've also tapped into CTM's national support team, who assist our experts and their clients when it comes to tech and implementations. Being part of CTM means that we own our own technology, including Tramada, our mid-office system, and Lightning, our online booking tool. This has been a huge bonus when it comes to support and customizations for our experts and their clients. For our leisure experts, we partner with Travify, which is an awesome platform that makes creating beautiful quotes, itineraries, and group landing pages a breeze. 1,000 Mile are also Virtuoso members, as I mentioned earlier. So this is arguably one of the most prestigious memberships. They provide incredible benefits and inclusions to not only your customers, but to you and your business. And lastly, of course, we are accredited with IATA and members of ASTA. Speaking of technology, let me dive a little deeper into our amazing tech offering. So what comes with great technology is great productivity. And this is one of the ways that we can help our experts reach their earning potentials faster. We use Sabre as our GDS and can provide you with Sabre 360, which is a cloud-based version. So you can work from anywhere on any device, including your phone, which really helps with that flexible lifestyle. As mentioned earlier, Tramada sits as our mid-office system, and Lightning is the online booking tool for our corporate clients. To maximize our experts' productivity, we offer full automation of online booking tool clients, meaning that your ticketing, invoicing, and sending of docs is all done for you, giving you so much time back in your day. Your online corporate clients can also directly access and manage their own data, profiles, and documents, including itineraries and invoices. This takes some of those annoying requests and tasks off your plate and gives you more time in your day to make bookings. Lastly, I'm going to jump into the support that we offer our experts here at 1,000 Mile. We really pride ourselves on the support that we offer to our experts and their businesses. There is no hierarchy here at 1,000 Mile, and each of our experts has an open line of communication to each and every department. Our head office team, which includes myself and Nat, are here to guide and support you through every step of your journey. This starts with a super comprehensive virtual induction where you'll meet each of our department heads, and be introduced to our amazing training resources. We have both a finance and marketing team who are here to assist you, as well as a corporate account manager for any of those larger pieces of business. We also have a dedicated business account manager, who is me, who is here to offer you as much guidance as you need, whether it be business planning and growth, additional training, day-to-day operational help. We're here to support you. I'm going to throw it back to Nat now to showcase some of our flexible working lifestyle.
And as we all keep mentioning, we are all about flexibility here. And our motto really is work from anywhere. Here you can see, these are some of our agents. That is actually Luke there sitting in the desert somewhere. Looks mighty hot out there. And I definitely hope there was a bar or something on this side of the camera, because I'm sure you'd need a bit of a drink. But imagine this could be your life. Working from any beautiful location around the world. Well, this is exactly what our agents are currently doing. Okay, but we wanted to give you a little bit of a sneak peek on some of our new things that are launching soon. So we've got 1,000 Access coming our way in the coming months. So what 1,000 Access is, we've partnered with Sabre, and it's a 24/7 air ticketing platform. So it's really going to benefit those agents transitioning from another GDS. It's very point and click, like being on an airline's website, none of the coding that you currently need in a GDS. But it's also for those agents that really want to put more efficiency in their day. It's going to be very quick. So that's really exciting. And not only that, launching on the 1st of June, we've got 1,000 Mile Travel Escapes. So 1,000 Mile Travel Escapes is like we are the SME for CTM. We are also going to be the executive leisure arm, which is super exciting for our leisure experts. It's going to have its own website, which you're going to see in the coming days, where there'll be packages that our marketing team put together online. Our agents will be able to have their own microsite. So it's really exciting. So keep your eyes out on social media over the coming days, and you'll see the launch of 1,000 Mile Travel Escapes. And today, we're going to have a very special webinar attendees off special discount. So for attending our webinar today, we'd like to offer you a 50% discount on our sign-up fee until 30th of June. We'll give you all the details very shortly on how you can contact us, but that's really exciting. And like I said, special for you guys that have attended the webinar today. All right, we're going to hand over to you and we're going to invite Veronica, who is our business partnership manager, on the stage. She's been monitoring the chat box, so come on up, V.
Guys, how are you?
Here she is.
Good. I might have learnt a few things in that webinar too, so it's been really good information. We have had a few a few questions come through in the chat box, and so I will ask away. The first one is from Neil, and it says, Danielle and Luke both have had years of experience in travel. What about people with far less or little experience? And I think Lauren has also asked a similar question along those lines too. So that if we can answer that one, it'll probably cross off two of the questions we've got.
I can jump in with this one. So referring to kind of Lauren's part of the question, there really is no minimum experience or, you must have this many years experience. We do look for agents who have at least some experience of booking travel. We know that obviously the travel industry is a really big place. There's lots of different roles that are within the travel industry, We do look for people that have booked travel before. However, obviously, as you said, there's Danielle, for example, has had 30 years experience. We certainly don't need that much. We're really willing to have a conversation with anybody who's had travel booking experience. So yeah, really no hard and fast rule there. Obviously, it's a massive bonus if you're familiar with Tramada or Sabre, the two main systems that we use. In saying that, though, again, it's not a hard and fast rule. We've got endless virtual training that you will have access to as part of being part of 1,000 Mile. One other thing that we do kind of look for is obviously some good connections. So whether or not you're bringing over existing clients or not, we do look for someone that, is happy to go out and find some leads themselves. We can help you grow your business, but we like for you to be, trying to source some of your own clients as well, whether that's ex-clients you've dealt with or your current book of business.
It's really about mindset as well. Like if you're ready to take off that travel agent hat and put on a business owner hat, they're the sorts of things that we look for, that you're ready to take your career to the next level. So it's really about that mindset and growth.
Yeah, awesome. we always use that term, take off your employee hat and put on your business owner hat, because it is quite a shift in mindset. But obviously, as I've explained today, we offer you all the support you need kind of through that journey and can really guide you. Yeah.
We've had a couple from Erica, which I think ties in from one that we've had from Neil as well. So it's kind of a three-part question. So I'm just going to ask them in parts, if that's okay. So Erica's asked, so she says that she's currently using GAL. Do we offer training in Sabre? And if so, is there any cost to that training?
Yes, so we don't offer face-to-face kind of classroom training, but we have, as mentioned, endless virtual trainings and training modules. Honestly, an endless amount. So yes, you would absolutely have access to that, and that's all included in the fees that all included in your contract with 1000 Mile.
There's no extra cost for that.
There's
Perfect.
no extra.
Okay. Eric has also asked about ticketing and reissues, if that's done in-house or if that's done with a third party.
So,
Chelsea, I might hand this one over to you.
Okay. So at the moment, we use air tickets for ticketing, and we also have a lot of self-ticketers, so in-house ticketers. If you've had experience with self-ticketing in the past, that's definitely something we can give you access to. If not, and you prefer someone else to do your ticketing, it is through air tickets.
Eric has also asked what the monthly fee is and if there is a sign-up fee.
There is.
Nat, you take this one.
Okay, so there is a sign-up fee, which is $1,685 plus GST. But like I said, for anyone attending the webinar today, that is a 50% discount if you sign up prior to 30th of June. And our monthly licensing fee, so that this covers things like your AFTRA accreditation, your ASTA accreditation, all your Sabre license, your Tramada license, and basically everything you need to run your business is $295 plus GST per month. Now, don't forget, all these fees are tax deductible. It is your own business. Now, while we're not accountants, and look, it's a great idea to have a chat to your accountant, there is some great tax benefits of having your own business as well.
Cool. There's actually a few coming through, so there's a few more questions to come.
Sure.
So are there FMILs, ship inspections, functions, and do you ever get to catch up in person? And are there specific monthly events?
Absolutely. Now, if I miss to go through any as I go, V, just...
Oh, yep, I can jump in.
Yes.
Yep, absolutely.
So we definitely have the mills ship inspections. Also part of my role is looking after a lot of the product and things like that. Actually, myself and Veronica met up with the Sydney team and worked from the CTM offices. We've got a lunch with a supplier tomorrow. So absolutely all those things we do. We have conferences. We've got a Top Achievers trip every year. So I think this year I won't say the destination because it hasn't been released yet, but it is an international destination.
International.
So absolutely. Like a big TMC, we still have those sorts of celebrations and recognition and reward.
We like to say that you're working independently, but never alone. So we really try and put in effort to creating a network and a community. Obviously, our agents can be as involved or not, depending on how they kind of like to work. But yeah, as I said, we really try to make it so nobody feels alone, because we all know that working from home can be isolating sometimes. So yeah, we love to create that community. All of our experts sort of help each other. There's group chats. Yes, so we really try and offer you support, not only from our team, but from the network itself.
Correct.
Cool. And I think following on from that, Neil's asked some questions around program memberships, so like Hyatt Privé, Marriott, those kind of things. If you want to just touch on those briefly, maybe, Nat?
Yep, absolutely. So we definitely have access to those. We're lucky enough here at 1000 Mile that we do a lot of that high-end leisure. So as Chelsea mentioned before, we do have the Virtuoso membership, which is super exciting, Hyatt Privé, an intercontinental membership one. So yes, we are members of a lot of those luxury products.
And then one more from Lauren as well, which is, what supplier training do you offer?
Yeah, so that varies. We've got a couple of different ways that we interact with our suppliers. One of those is every Wednesday at 12 o'clock, generally speaking, we have what's called a lunch and learn. So we'll organise a supplier to come on and do a virtual update to the network. So, for example, today we had Qantas. Qantas did a great, earlier on today we made it because we had our webinar. But yes, so every week we do have a different supplier. Like I said, we also do organise in-person events where a supplier will come and give us updates. For example, tomorrow we're meeting with another supplier who's supplying lunch and giving us an update. So we definitely have a lot of supplier interaction and training.
We almost double dip with the supplier interactions because obviously we get invited to anything that's happening with CTM as well, but then we also have direct 1,000 mile relationships with our suppliers. So yeah, the supplier events come thick and fast.
Okay, and I think the last one that I've got in the chat box is, oh no, another one's just come through, but I'll ask this one first.
Okay.
I currently work at a major TMC. What's the difference in culture between working at a large TMC and working independently? You've touched on it a little bit, but maybe you could just maybe go into a bit more detail.
Yeah, Chelsea, do you want to touch on that?
Sure. So as Nat said very early on, I spent nearly 12 years at one of the major corporate TMCs. So I think one of the major differences is obviously the flexibility that we've been banging on about today. But also it kind of feels like the next step after being part of like a TMC or one of the big travel companies, because as we keep saying, you really are putting on that business owner hat. You know, have control over your own day, you have control over your own business. And yeah, it feels like the next step in kind of a lot of people's journey within the travel industry. There's also, although we love our culture and we've just talked about kind of how we encourage that culture piece is completely up to each agent, whether they'd like to be involved or not. I know some of the bigger TMCs can be quite forceful with their events and their culture. It's completely up to each individual of how involved with us they'd like to be. Some really love that independent lifestyle. We don't hear from them a lot. Others we chat to every day. So yeah, I'd say that's one of the biggest benefits, just being able to structure your life and your work life, you know, as you please.
And there's Christy's just asked this, and I'm not sure if we know if Christy's in Australia or not. So the answer to this question might be slightly different depending on the regions. But she's just said, so actually we might, Christy, if it's okay, I'll reply to your message in the chat, and then
she said, yes, I am in Australia.
You're in Australia? Okay, perfect. I'll ask the question. So Christy's just asked, she has a business degree and 20 years experience in HR, but absolutely no experience in travel. Would she be a good fit for 1,000 mile, or does she need to have travel experience?
You would probably, look, we'd have to sort of have a bit of a chat offline and see what the details really are around that. It's not easy to learn a GDS and to get that support. You probably would be a bit more beneficial with some one-on-one training, but everyone is different. So it's probably a chat that we're better to have offline and get to know you a little bit more and see how you learn and what you like with your learning style, really.
And she's also asked, are there any minimum sales expectations?
Absolutely not. It is your own business, so we do not KPI you.
And I think, and Cassandra's also asked, not also, a different person, Cassandra, sorry. What happens if I wanted a week off? Is there someone to help me, or is it entirely my own responsibility to cover my business?
Generally, it is your responsibility at the end of the day. But in saying that, we really do utilise our network of agents to help each other. So quite often our agents will buddy up and cover each other's leave or, you know, sick days or a couple of hours, whatever it might be. So it's still obviously on you to kind of organise that relationship, but we can do introductions or see if there's other people out in the network who are wanting to kind of buddy up and do that exchange. We also have a couple of people who we can use sort of as temps. So again, some within the network, some from outside the network. But, you know, if you're going away and you need a couple of days covered, we can also introduce you to some people to potentially temp for you. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's your business. So you kind of organise that, but we can certainly help you there.
Yeah, there's solutions we can help you with.
I think that is, oh no, we've just got one more. How many experts do you have based in Melbourne?
In where, sorry?
In Melbourne, yeah.
I think we're sitting at around 10 in Melbourne at the moment.
Yes.
New South Wales is our biggest group of agents, sitting at around, we must be up around 15, 16 at
15,
least.
yeah, correct.
I
Yeah.
also think Melbourne's a bit higher than 10 as well. I think Melbourne's probably closer to 15. So
There you
anyway,
go. Yeah. So yeah, somewhere between about 10 to 15 in Melbourne. We've got 4 over in Perth. We've got a couple in Adelaide, and a few up in Queensland as well. So yeah, we're spread throughout the country, with Vic and New South Wales probably having the most.
Compared to other host agencies, we are quite boutique, and we like it like that. We are quite particular of who we do take on board. I mean, myself in the recruitment role, I do often find that I say no more than I say yes. So we are quite particular. Yeah, but we are growing. Like Chelsea said, we have launched in the USA and the UK, and they're quite bigger markets over there.
Brilliant.
Okay, any more?
Yeah, I was going to say that's all that I've got so far. So if anyone else has any questions, maybe now's your last chance to jump in.
Yep, now is the time.
Yeah,
Pop it in the
please
chat.
jump in.
Perfect.
Oh.
All right. I'll continue on, but thank you very much, everyone, for joining us. It's been a great turnout, and we really appreciate it. Now, to get in touch with us, obviously, you can go onto the 1000miletravel.com website and put through an inquiry. All my details there are below, natalie.higham@1000miletravel.com,